hard to believe that a year has passed since Marvel relaunched the Star Wars comic universe, but in honor of the occasion, readers are getting another glimpse into that galaxy far, far away with Star Wars Annual #1. But is the book worth the extra $5, or should we lock the doors and hope they don't have blasters? We're going to find out together in this electrifying new episode of Comic Collector Live presents Super Mega Comic Action News at Midnight. Friends, to another episode of Super Mega Comic Action News at Midnight. I am your point of contact for the Rebellion, Steve Boyd, or according to a meme I read where I can make up my own Star Wars name, I am Boist Vanis.
That's impossible, even for a computer.
Listen, when you can sound like Chewbacca, you can use that line again, okay? Actually, that's not terrible. Yeah. But the only way we're going to know if Star Wars Annual #1 by Marvel Comics was terrible is if we talk about it. So here we go. With the story taking place after the destruction of the first Death Star and written by Kieron Gillen and featuring artwork by Angel Unzueta, Star Wars Annual #1 tells the story of Therius Demo. Therius is many things, a ruthless Imperial tax-collecting swine of a man in the heart of Coruscant. But there's more to this guy than meets the eye. His real name is Enib Ray, and in reality, it's all just an act, because Ray is a rebel spy. And not just any rebel spy, one of only a handful that has made the hub of Imperial and galactic power their home. Ray is contacted by Princess Leia and asked to rescue a group of anti-Imperial senators who are in Imperial custody in the Arth Eno prison complex and face execution. Ray tries to explain the impossibility of the situation, but Ray agrees and goes to rescue the senators. When Enib Ray comes face to face with the captive senators after sneaking into the prison complex, they inform him that a unique opportunity has presented itself in that Emperor Palpatine himself is coming to the prison complex. Ray understands that there will never be a greater opportunity to rid the galaxy of Palpatine and hastily throws together a plan to assassinate the Emperor at just the right time. Now, I don't want to give away how the story pans out, because you really need to buy this book if you want to read a great standalone story set in the Marvel Star Wars continuity. There's action, political intrigue, and really strong characterization of Enib Ray, who is a fascinating character. Ray understands the gravity of the situation, and while self-preservation is important, there is a greater good to consider for everyone's benefit. And the ending? There's no way I'm spoiling the ending. But if you enjoyed the ending of Escape from LA, then this one will be right up your exhaust port. I've always considered annuals to be cash grabs for the most part. An extra story that can be sold along with the regular series, yada yada yada, but often holds no bearing to anything that happens in the regular title. And honestly, such is the case with Star Wars Annual #1. There's nothing that says you really should buy this comic. But the story is really, really good. It's vaguely reminiscent of a fantastic comic written back in the Dark Horse days of Star Wars called Purge, and if you've ever read Purge, I'm fairly confident you'll enjoy this comic. Plus, if you don't buy this book, you'll have to tell all your completionist friends that you, quote, don't collect the annuals, end quote, and trust me, you don't want to be that guy. But whether you buy this book for the story or to prevent a gaping hole in your Marvel Star Wars comic collection, I really suggest you don't overlook Star Wars Annual #1. No journey towards the dark side is complete without this issue. Boy, you said it, Chewie. This is a really good book. And if you want to check out Star Wars Annual #1 for yourself, you can jettison your cargo and head over to ComicCollectorLive.com and purchase this book along with hundreds of thousands of your favorite comic books, action figures, trade paperbacks, and more, just like Star Wars. If you already have a copy of Star Wars Annual #1, be sure to let us know if you liked it in the comments of this video. And while you're here anyway, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And thank you for tuning in to another Star Wars studded episode of Comic Collector Live presents a Super Mega Comic Action News at Midnight. I've been your host, Steve Boyd, and we'll see you next time.